Hey guys, it's Kelly, and it is a little bit of a windy day here in St. Louis, but I am super excited to be bringing you a 2022 LX 600 tour. If this is your first time joining me, hey, I'm Kelly and I'm the car mom. I review cars for moms and for families. I'm a mom of two and a certified child passenger safety tech. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And if you are currently car shopping, I just want to remind everybody, we offer a ton of great resources for your car buying needs. Online courses, PDF workbooks, and personalized consultation. You can find it all in the description box below. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening with this Lexus LX 600. So if you're like, I never heard of that car before, it's because this is the first year it has been renamed. It used to be the LX 570, and it had not had a redesign since 2007. You wanna know how old I was in 2007? Like 14, I was in the 7th grade. So, hello Lexus, good to meet you. Welcome to 2022. I'm glad you decided to arrive. I've had some really big complaints about this vehicle for how outdated it was. So I'm excited to see now that it's been refreshed inside and out, if she is keeping up with the current times. I said they didn't change their body style since 2007. That's technically true. However, throughout the years, she did have some major facelifts. This signature grille was one of them. Now, my problem with the Lexus brand in the past is I've loved the front end. I'm like, it's sporty, it's commanding the road. And then I felt like the rest of the exterior and the interior did not match the front. So I've always loved the front end. I still love the front end. Look at these LED daytime running lights, super cute, 3 separate lights right there for your headlights. This is the F Sport edition, so we have a lot of blacked out elements, but still a little bit of chrome. Overall, I adore the front end. I mean, these hood lines, this is mean. She is cute. I love it. Moving along to her side profile, they keep it very similar to the previous generation. We have some 22-inch wheels in this model, looking darling. A little bit of F Sport badging, some nice chrome elements around the window and on the roof rails. I was a little disappointed to see that they did not have automatic running boards. This car has an MSRP of $110,000. I feel as though our running boards could be automatic. If we move along back here, I really love this new taillight design right here. I think it kind of mimics the front grille, kind of like that boomerang type thing. I think it's a really nice touch. Some wraparound Lexus taillights, despise these. I hate these. These just make it look like a stinking Lincoln. Don't want to see those anymore. They're so old school. I hate this across bar. I do really like the new Lexus badging, kind of spaced out, obviously on brand. And then our LX 600 is right here. I think the back end, they kind of shortened it up a little bit, and I really like the back end. I think it looks very updated. It's very Range Rover vibes. I think this was a much needed refresh back here. So loving the front, side is the same, back is upgraded and darling, but the real question is what is happening with this interior. I am excited to show you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what's happening on this interior. First of all, F Sport Edition with red leather. Loving everything that I'm seeing. If we start with the door panel right here, I think it looks really nice. I love the red with the contrast, and this chrome that looks a little bit texturized, but it's not, I think is darling. A little bit of gloss black, the Mark Levinson sound system, amazing. And then some pretty average side cubbies. Like, that's a disappointment. That is disappointment written all over it. Very narrow right here. I mean, good for a wallet, but the fact that I can't even fit this water bottle there, I mean, I didn't even try this. I wasn't even gonna bring that out yet. Bummer there. Okay, I'm actually really excited to show you the interior upgrades, so let me get you on the other side. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the interior design. We'll start this way, we'll work our way this way. I have heads-up display. Love to see it, and the heads-up display looks great. Super clear, a lot of great information displayed, and I actually really like how they display the information. I think it's kind of a lot to look at, like it's more than just the simple numbers, but I think it is easy to read. So I'm excited about the heads-up display. Well, then we move into our digital dash, well, half digital dash. There is a bigger screen here than in the previous body style, so I am excited about that. I'm a little disappointed in the dash. I feel like they definitely could have added some more features, especially for the price tag of this vehicle. I mean, like, I have a Hyundai Palisade that has a nicer display, a more customizable display than this vehicle. So I am a little disappointed there. Moving on to the steering wheel, I think it looks really great. I'm happy that in this trim specifically, they totally just drop the rose gold S color, and you're met with more of like a gunmetal gray. The perforated leather around the steering wheel feels really nice in my hands. We've got our Bluetooth and navigation here, and then we've got our automated cruise control features here. Kind of a lot of buttons on the steering wheel, but it's kind of all working. Then we move into the display. Display's Clunk City. Is it better than the old ones? Yes. Lexus, yes, babe. Congrats, you have stepped it up. Is this the most user-friendly display on the market? Literally not even close. To start off, I find that this being the volume button and this being the stop start button, two of the weirdest locations for things I've literally ever seen. Like the fact that this is the volume and then this just controls what kind of driving mode I'm in is a lot for me to handle, because like you want to, it's just interesting like what they made small and what they made large. So this is the drive mode, this is the different this is to put it in 4-wheel drive, and like these are the temperature controls, and like this is the volume. It's very clunky. I'm never really a big fan of two screens. I just find it very difficult to know like when to do things, and I cannot stand the fact that this is the only way to control the AC and heat. Like I need something quicker. Regardless, is it better? Yes. Is it full color? Yes. Is it cute? Sure. Is it clunky? 100% absolutely. Hope that helps. Okay, moving down here, we have a little bit of a cubby, USB, USB-C, 12-volt, ventilated seats, and a heated steering wheel in this F Sport trim level. And then we are met with some beautiful chrome, which I think looks great, really mirrors the door panel, wireless charger, parking brake, auto hold, and then our center console. Our center console is actually a pretty good size, and I think it's kind of unique how it opens this way. I think that's kind of fun. We have our GoPro case and an iPad in there for reference, so it's actually a really great size center console. Very excited about that. Also crazy to see that it doesn't have a panoramic sunroof. Was kind of expecting that. The seats are honestly darling. I'm literally obsessed with the red and the black. I love the contrast stitching. They're very comfortable seats. I do like the comfort of the car. I will say, and I'll probably talk about this more back here, I wish the vehicle was a little bit bigger. I mean, it's a large vehicle. It's actually bigger than a lot of the other mid-size cars out there, and it's more in that, it's a little smaller than some of the full-size SUVs, but it's bigger than the mid-size. On paper, interior-wise, I am not feeling that. I mean, I am about pressed up against this car seat, and I would really like to actually go quite a bit more back, and I'm just not able to do that in this car. I think the visibility is lacking just a little bit in the vehicle as well, especially like if I'm looking out this window, just the way that window's angled and what that headrest does for me, it's hard to see. Okay, back to the cup holders. This was actually one of the most exciting upgrades, because if you watch my old LX 570 tour, the cup holders were here, and if you had a cup, you couldn't control your climate control, which was crazy to me. So while I feel like they're a little far from a driver, they are there, and I was excited to see that kind of upgrade. So I have a simple modern cup right there, cute, it fits. And then just to really see what we're working with, we are met with disappointment on the reduced 40-ounce water bottle. So you can do that, go reduce for putting a handle on your cup, but overall I wish the cup holders were just a smidgen bigger. Okay, feel like I covered everything I wanted to up here. Now we have to talk about the car seat setup, the third row, the trunk space, the lack of trunk space. I have a lot more thoughts coming up. Okay, car seat setup. So Lexus actually sent me this car to drive for the week. Thank you, Lexus, we appreciate you. So I actually have this car set up for my two kids. I've got two kids. I've got a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. They are both rear facing and collect fooms, and the car seats fit great. So the bench of the Lexus is actually pretty wide. As far as the car seat setup goes, in the second row, we've got 2 sets of lower anchors on either outboard seat, tether anchors across the bench, pretty standard. I have this seat set for myself with as much room as I can possibly give myself, and I wish I had more space. So I think for taller drivers in certain car seat situations, you're gonna be frustrated with this spacing. Also, one thing I don't love is that this seat right here is not on tracks. So in a lot of other vehicles, you can actually choose to slide this seat back a little bit. Granted, it takes away third row leg space, but at least then these people have more room. You can't do that here. The seats are fixed. I wanted to give you another shot. Hopefully this is an okay angle. So in the middle of these two seats, I installed this Graco booster. This is the most narrow booster on the market. So I thought if anything could fit, it was this. I was able to fit the booster seat, and I do think some 3-across situations would be possible in this vehicle, which quite honestly you are going to need, because I am super frustrated with the third row access in this vehicle, especially when you have car seats. I have a lot of problems with the third row, and if I'm being completely honest, I think for any family this should be treated as a 5-passenger vehicle only, because one, the third row is very compact. It offers no trunk space with the third row up, and there's no way to access the third row with car seats installed. Let me take these car seats out. I'll talk about the second row amenities from a passenger's perspective, and then I'll show you the third row access. Okay, here's a shot of me in the second row of this 2022 Lexus LX 600. This seat I have set for myself, and my knee clearance is great. So I am surprised that with a car seat, it feels so much tighter. I think I just need like 3, not even 3, like 2 more inches and I would have been happy. Let's break down the door panel. We do have built-in sunshades in this trim, things we love to see. And then it looks very similar to the front door panel. The side cubbies still look lame, but the design elements are similar. We have a little bit of a leather back pocket right here, climate control, heated seats and ventilated seats in the back on this specific trim. Cute. We've got really great ventilation for the passengers back here. Vents on the ceiling, vents in the back of the center console, and a vent right here. So great circulation. Love that, especially for children in car seats. Let me move over to the middle seat. I mean, the middle seat is honestly pretty comfortable. When I'm right next to a car seat, I'm fine. 2 car seats, it would be tight for a full-size adult. We have the headrest, which is great. If I pull this down, we've got 2 little cup holders, cute, cute, cute. But now I want to show you the 3rd row access. Not my fave. Okay, so like I said, these aren't on tracks or anything. So you have to fold this and the whole thing folds up, which is just like dramatic. Do you know what I mean? Okay, sure. Now, do I kind of like it if you didn't have a car seat here because it's good 3rd row access? Yes, but I just don't know how usable this is for families. And what's also frustrating is, as you can see, like these seats are attached, so you couldn't put like a seat in the middle. Basically, I'm saying there's no way you could put 2 car seats here and still access the 3rd row, because I would imagine even if you put a car seat in the middle, it would have some overlap on that outboard seat. Ugh. So that's a 0 out of 10 for me. And you'll find my head is completely hitting the top of the ceiling. I do appreciate that I have ceiling vents back here and cup holders. And even if you're not going to put passengers back here, which I've already told you why I don't think you should, I do like vents back here for dogs. So if you have your dog in a trunk, we love when the dogs can get their own ventilation. Things we love to see. How do I feel about this 3rd row? It's fine. I don't know, guys, it's fine. Like I said, well, there's no car seat setup, there's no lower anchors, there's no tether anchors, so there's no chance you can put a car seat back here. And I would just really struggle with the idea of putting families back here with how little trunk space there is. And I just can't believe for how big this car is, none of the space is made up in the 2nd and 3rd rows. Like, guarantee, like, I will die on the hill that like the mid-size SUVs, like the Palisade, the Atlas, the Traverse, they have more cargo space for families than this car does. And this is a bigger vehicle, and it's $110,000. So I know it has its benefits, I know, and Lexus people love to come for me in the comments, but I'm just saying, for a big family, I think this car is difficult for a lot of reasons, and there's a lot of other options for $110,000. Here we are. Now, like I said, this is a 3rd row vehicle. I am really appreciating though how this time the 3rd row can lay completely flat. You wouldn't even know you had it. Here's an Upper Baby Vista stroller with the 3rd row flat, looking good, looking cute, fits great, still room for the Costco haul. Let's put this 3rd row up, and whatever you're expecting, lower it. Also, I despise the fact that I have to hold them and it yells at me if I let go for a second. It's like, hey Lexus, have you ever had a toddler scream and you have to stop for a second? Thanks for adding to the chaos. That's it, guys, that's the trunk. That's the trunk space. Giant, giant headrests. Only 2 seats back here, which I do appreciate, and no seat in the middle, so that will definitely help with the driver's visibility a little bit. But yeah, that's the trunk space. Oh, no, just kidding. Imagine it was just like 3 feet deep and it was just nothing there though, nothing there at all. But I'm happy they came with this little rug carpet. Not trying to hate, I just feel like I can't tell you guys to safely put your children back here when this is all the protection they're having from a rear end collision. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my tour. And if you're wondering how this thing drives, we have an entire video of the driving impressions. You can find it in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.